Hey, home builder, Jon Markee here, your Builder CPA, and today we are going to dive into the world of AI and ChatGPT. So I often get questions and comments about AI. Some people think that AI is going to replace accountants and financial professionals. Maybe, maybe not. The more I use AI, the more I find things that are wrong. So it's not something that we can fully rely on yet. Plus, the AI agents are not quite there where they can actually perform tasks for you, especially if you're using Buildertrend or another job software that integrates with QuickBooks Online. Now, on the QuickBooks side, it does seem like Intuit is making great improvements with AI, and eventually maybe QuickBooks would be able to record transactions. But for those of us who integrate with a job software like Buildertrend or JobTread, I'm not getting the same vibe that those tools are keeping up with the advancements in AI. And we also have to be pretty careful because anything you put into ChatGPT could potentially become part of the base model of knowledge where all of a sudden your confidential financial metrics are part of something that anyone could ask ChatGPT about. So you probably want to make sure that you're on a paid subscription. In this demo, I'm going to be utilizing a QuickBooks sample account that Intuit gives us accountants access to. And so as a home builder, I think the first thing that you should create a prompt for is a senior financial analyst. So let's try that. So I'm starting the prompt saying, pretend you are a senior financial analyst for my home building company. Please ask me up to 20 questions to learn how to do your job. Now you might wonder, why a senior financial analyst? Well, I don't think ChatGPT is quite to the level where it could replace a CFO. You could try. And I don't know that any kind of senior accountant is really going to analyze your financials in a way where it shows you how to improve. So the goal is we want to create a model where you can take actionable, meaningful steps to improve your profitability. So I asked it to ask me up to 20 questions to learn how to do its job. So I'm just going to copy this. It looks like it did not take advantage of all 20 of those questions. And then I just go to docs.new so that I have a new Google Doc, and I will start answering these questions. Okay, so I have filled out the questionnaire. We'll run through the information real quickly. So what are your main sources of revenue? I'm saying it's a mix of new construction and remodels. Question number 2, do you recognize revenue on completion, percentage of completion, or another method? I put completion. Number 3, how many homes or projects do you typically complete in a year? 50 homes per year. Do you offer financing or rely solely on third-party lenders for buyers? We finance the jobs until the homeowner closes on the house at the end of the job. Then talking about our cost structure, what are your biggest cost drivers? Land, materials, labor, subcontractors. I'm saying material and labor. Do you use fixed price contracts with subcontractors or time and materials arrangements? I'm saying it varies from vendor to vendor. Number 7, how do you handle cost overruns or change orders? We have to prevent them because the client will not pay for them. Do you have preferred vendor relationships that affect pricing or payment terms? Yes. Financial reporting, KPIs, which financial reports do you expect me to deliver? So right now we're just focused on P&L by project and cash flow. I find that job costing is pretty similar to the P&L by project when it's all said and done. Number 10, what KPIs matter most to you? Gross margin per project, backlog value, days to close. I'm saying overall profitability. We want to maximize the profit on every job every time. And we also want to maximize the profitability of our company as a whole. Do you want forecasts on a rolling 12-month basis, annual? I'm saying both. However, I also want you to identify weak places in our financials. How do you currently measure profitability? We measure it both on a job-by-job basis and as a company as a whole. Which job costing project management software are you using? I'm saying just QuickBooks for now, but we would like to implement Buildertrend. How closely is this integrated with QuickBooks Online? Once it's set up, it will be fully integrated to take advantage of the two-way sync. Do you track work in process? Yes, all costs incurred before the home is sold to the homeowner need to be reclassified to WIP until closing takes place. We post a journal entry for WIP at the end of every month and then reverse it on day 1 of the following month. And then the month that the home closes, that will be the month that we do not reverse the expenses for that job. Payroll, HR, we use a PEO. Are you focused on growth, margin improvement? I'm saying margin improvement. Everyone wants to make more money. Do you plan to expand into new markets? I'm saying we're open to the idea if the opportunity is elsewhere, but we would also like to stay in our local market for now. What's your approach to managing economic cycles and housing market downturns? We need to know in advance if material prices are going to rise because it could take time for them to get updated. Do you have specific financial covenants? I'm saying yes. So I'm going to say Command All or Control A if you're on a Windows. And I'm just going to come over here and paste it into the prompt. And we will see if it has any more questions. Okay, so we are one step closer to using ChatGPT as our senior financial analyst. And it's telling me, based on your responses, here's how I would structure the role. Yeah, I mean, it's just basically regurgitating things back to us. No, we don't need templates, but what I want to do is, so we are going to ask it, well, I'm going to upload our profit and loss and balance sheet, and I want it to tell me a few things. Number one, where do you think our books might be wrong? Do you see anything that doesn't make sense? So whenever I take on a new client, without fail, I always find errors in financial statements. And that's not to say every financial statement is going to be perfect every time, but we are trained in accounting to prepare financial statements without material misstatement. So there's always room for discussion. There's always an argument to be made if something belongs in indirect construction or office supplies. But at the end of the day, we want all of the material transactions to be classified correctly. Next, where can we improve our profitability? And finally, what questions should I be asking my accounting department or CPA or bookkeeper or whomever you work with? Because as accounting professionals, we have to make a lot of decisions and assumptions on your behalf. If you upload a receipt and we don't know exactly what it is that you purchased, we have to fill in the gap so that we can deliver your reports on schedule. And there's a whole unspoken set of tasks that have to get done in order for you to see your financial reports by a certain deadline. And the biggest breakdown between accounting professionals and business owners is the business owner doesn't know what to ask of the accounting department, and the accounting department doesn't know what to ask of the business owner. So there's just a big void of things that needs to be discussed that's probably not, because nobody really knows what to prioritize first. So I'm going to head back over to our sample QuickBooks account, and I'm going to quickly run our profit and loss for this year. So I've got the profit and loss. It is this year to date, and I'm just going to export it as a PDF, and I'm going to just save it in my downloads folder. And then I'm going over to reports, and I'm going to do the same thing with the balance sheet. And it will be pretty funny if ChatGPT realizes that it's receiving financial statements from a landscaping company instead of a home builder, but this is what we have in order to work with. So I'm uploading the files, and let's see, we've got balance sheet, open. Okay, so we have our balance sheet and our profit and loss, and now I'm gonna send it over and we'll wait for our response. Okay, so we have the response. ChatGPT has reviewed the balance sheet and the profit and loss. Here's what stands out. So it's listing a number of issues with the chart of accounts, which is great on both the profit and loss and the balance sheet. These are fantastic questions for the accounting team. Absolutely phenomenal analysis here. Where to improve, fix the plumbing first. Profitability will move when mapped correctly. So it's basically saying when we fix the mistakes that are listed in item 1 regarding the chart of accounts, the numbers on the reports will likely be different. Then it is recommending building a PO versus invoice variance report. I think that's a great idea to control costs. I find that my clients who use POs usually save around 10 to 15% of costs per job, just because it really helps reel in those unexpected overages. Change order discipline upstream. That's another thing I witnessed with home builders quite a bit. Not documenting change orders when they should. Miscellaneous, something that really makes my blood boil is when we have too much listed in other expense or something similar. Small operational leaks really add up. We want to find a home for every expense that's categorized. Then it's suggesting depreciation, and questions to ask your accounting department. These are fantastic. So if you were using this prompt, open balance equity, that's something that we try to avoid in every QuickBooks file. It really needs to be allocated to a specific shareholder account. Capitalization thresholds, that's an internal policy that every company needs to have as far as what dollar level should be capitalized and depreciated over time versus just expensed immediately. Asking about reconciliations, that's something that would not be obvious on the reports that we uploaded. And if accounts are not getting reconciled at every statement date, then there's a huge risk that these financials could be wrong. We find so many mistakes, big and small, just by doing the reconciliations every month. Loan amortization. So this is overall a really helpful analysis. And now we have a ChatGPT prompt that can act as a senior financial analyst. So I hope you can recreate something similar. I hope this is helpful. I hope this opens your mind as far as what you can use ChatGPT for. And I hope it helps you achieve the accounting results you're looking for. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.